Every world is born in two halves. One part becomes a brilliant golden heart of light. The other waits as a nebulous, shadowy twin. When the very first world awakened, it looked at its shadow and felt terror. It believed that true existence required absolute purity, that to truly live, the darkness had to be purged. So the golden heart sharpened its radiance into a blade and struck out to destroy the part of itself it refused to accept. But a world cannot cut away its own shadow. The impact caused both halves to instantly shatter into the void. That ancient collapse established a law of this universe that still holds today. Attempting to destroy one's own shadow guarantees self-destruction. Eons later, a young, newly forming world named Solace is learning this history firsthand. Accompanied by two human children and guided by an ancient sky dragon, Solace is witnessing the exact memory of that first world's fall. The lesson is urgent. Solace is currently trailed by its own shadow, a hollow, drifting twin known as the Echo. And right now, Solace is deeply afraid of it. Because of that fear, this young world is standing on the precise cosmic precipice as its ancestor, poised to strike out and repeat the same apocalyptic mistake. Watching a memory of a disaster isn't enough to prevent it. To avoid annihilation, Solace must actively choose a path no other world has ever successfully taken. The Sky Dragon intervenes, offering a different way forward. It instructs Solace to stop bracing for an attack and instead approach the Echo with curiosity. Hesitantly, Solace extends a single tendril of warm light. Across the clearing, the Shadow Twin responds, reaching back with a tendril of darkness. For the first time they touch. There is no violent rejection. Instead, the connection erupts into a swirling vortex of gold and black, quickly stabilizing into a single, pulsating, unified entity. By making peace with its shadow, Solace avoids destruction. It unlocks a state of wholeness that allows it to carry both light and dark in the same breath. But integration is only the first step. This wholeness generates a massive surge of raw power. If left unchecked, that energy could tear the young world apart from the inside. To survive the surge, Solace is taken to the loom of worlds. This is a cosmic mechanism where a newly whole entity must safely organize its raw power into a structured system. The first stage is weaving the threads of identity. This means pulling in every joyous memory alongside every painful fear, binding all parts of the self together without judgment. Next comes the weaving of power. The world must learn to carry the heavy, gravitational forces of nature, the weight of mountains and the pull of tides, layering them securely over its stabilized identity. Finally, Solace must choose a destiny. Looking across an endless array of possible futures, it makes a defining vow. It chooses to become a world dedicated entirely to teaching unity to others. Raw power without a purpose is inherently unstable. That vow to teach acts as structural glue, allowing Solace to hold its duality together. An internal vow requires an external reality. Solace's choice triggers a sequence of physical and metaphysical changes across its environment, known as manifestations. The first to appear is the Forest of Unity, a place where roots and branches actively intertwine rather than compete. It is quickly followed by the River that remembers, a current flowing with forgotten truths and healed memories. The manifestations also reshape time and space. Solace generates the Hour of Wholeness, a realm where beings are guided to safely confront their past choices and their relationship with memory. It creates the Sanctuary of Endings, providing inhabitants with a dedicated space to release fears and outdated versions of themselves that no longer serve a purpose. True unity becomes an active, living environment. It provides the physical soil for growth and the structural safety for closure to everyone who steps inside. At the culmination of this journey, Solace arrives at the still point of being, preparing to deliver its final and most important lesson. It gathers every thread from the 12 previous manifestations, the forest, the river, the sanctuaries, the sky, and collapses them inward, forming a single, quietly breathing sphere of existence. This is the 13th teaching. Solace doesn't rely on spoken words to explain unity. It teaches simply by existing as a complete, balanced whole. As the children witness this, they see a blueprint for any existence. The first world fell because it feared its own shadow, but Solace thrives by realizing that wholeness is never found by striving for unblemished light. It is found by reaching into the dark and weaving our unbecome echoes into the whole.